Okay, thus far we seem to be in the green.
Nothing's on fire.
Yeah. We've been having a hell of a time getting this thing up and running. For some reason, it was being difficult for me clicking off a windowed mode. It was lagging. It wouldn't connect. It wouldn't show that I could connect it to Discord. It's been a fun attempt this past hour. So
yeah,
we'll see if this actually works still. I'm just waiting for somebody to pop into the chat to be like, yep, we're good. Oh, okay, fine.
I mean, in theory, I could go over to my computer for a sec.
Yeah, I know. It's saying it's in the green, so at the very least I'm pretty sure it's still running.
Okay.
Now, give me the item. There we go.
Give me the juice.
Give me the Libra scope.
Let me guess, it's just an item that casts Libra.
Pretty much.
That's a stupid name for an item.
Pretty much. Alright. Okay, switching back to the screen. Hopefully it's working okay.
Bork, 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 bork. Oh my god, it's multicolored borks.
Just a bit, yeah.
A whole bork and rainbow.
And Yowza and V should pop in whenever they can, so. Alrighty, so let's go up to this donut.
This stuff is what was left over from the scrap the Foul Sea took from Pulse to repair Cocoon.
So, our planet has been raiding their planet, and their planet has been raiding our planet. Who's the real villain here?
The real villain is... I don't know.
Got belt loops on my pants that hold up my belt, and my belt that's allegedly holding up my pants. Who's the real hero?
The belt.
But my pants are holding up the belt.
They're holding up each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. Whoop, right in my pants.
Right up the butt. Insert in butt.
Oh, hello. Hey. You be nice to the child.
But we hate the child.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. Hate's a strong word. More like you were annoyed by him. 110 million.
Yep, we are on FF13 for Summer Square.
Yep.
One of the games of all time.
Yeah, I mean...
To be fair, I am absolutely going into this blind.
Yep, I've played this before. But it's been a few years. So we'll see how much I remember.
What the hell is... It's a salvaged mech.
Yeah, he's seen better days.
I dig his aesthetic. Like that sort of I've been made out of whatever scrap we can cobble together look.
You know, kind of like the critters in Breath of Fire 3.
Yeah, yeah. See, the last FF game I've personally played is 10, and I didn't get that far in it. Granted, I'm more familiar with Dragon Quest than I am with FF, because I'm a weirdo.
You're adorable.
Hey!
Whee!
There's an exclamation point, and I find that suspicious.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
Not a damn clue!
Missions before.
Missions. Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby.
This is the PC version, yeah.
Our
It's
military
easier
is
than
limited
trying to
two
figure out the
wars.
PS3 yet.
Public security and
Of course, we say that, and we had all the difficulties getting the
And the
damn
Guardian.
thing to run.
Yeah, for some reason it was like, yeah,
I was
window mode would not let go of my mouse. It was lagging really badly. It wouldn't
I don't
connect to
get it.
Discord, but it
If
seems
you're
to be
not
working okay
Psychon,
now.
then why did you board the train?
for Sarah.
Yeah, it's weird, because we had 0 of those problems last week.
Yeah.
Ooh, train station.
Yep.
Much nicer than ours.
To be fair, this is the train of the future.
Can we have one of those?
That'd be nice. Would make traveling a lot easier, and probably a lot easier on the gas.
To be fair, our train is at least going a couple stops over is easy, just as long as you're paying attention, / there isn't someone behind you talking nonstop, distracting you.
Yeah.
Do not leave your lines! This is for your own safety! Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
Too bad.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up!
Fine, you're not gonna let this go, are ya? He says.
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
So yeah, basically he went on out of morbid curiosity.
Transported the hostage to Pulse.
This sounds suspiciously like me.
My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There There are some things in life you just do.
Like pooping.
Agreed. Also, hi, chat.
Hello.
Hello.
And, of course, the LanStars.
Of course.
Man, every so often we get like that one guy who just decides to go zooming down our street, which is hilarious because our street is not that long.
Yeah. Then we also
Neither
got
is mine, but I live next to people who are morons.
Sure, we did have somebody shooting off fireworks at 2 in the morning one time.
Yeah,
At least yours are fireworks.
fair enough.
And at one point, we're pretty sure we had an alien encounter.
And here we have the better team.
You up to? Hey.
The debatably better team.
I mean, 2 of the 3 we like.
Well, better than nothing.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And the 3 ain't bad.
I have my copy of Bad Out of Hell here still somewhere, right?
Probably. I don't know what you brought.
Like, I'm not sure if it was a car or a motorcycle, but yeah, just went zooming on by right now.
Yeah. And then we get the one guy who, like, plays the strangest party music, and we keep mistaking it for the party bus.
Yep. Granted, we want to know what the party bus actually is, but...
Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Watch, that's actually the bus that takes us to New York City.
I'd rather take the train.
Can we just talk this over?
We've had rap played at 2 in the morning.
I will say one time when I was out running errands, I did come across a guy walking down the street blasting reggae. And I was like, hey, sup, dude?
Yeah. We actually had, like, Spanish rap at one point, too.
Nice rhythm to it.
Yeah.
Spanish rap is good.
Yeah.
Just not for, like, 4 or 5 hours straight.
Bullseye.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Is anything important?
Nope, it was just basically, we understand why, that apparently Lightning had purposely joined the Purge to go help Sarah, and Saz was like, I gotta see how this plays out.
Yeah, Saz is just like, well, this I gotta see.
Follow the old man's lead.
Mood. Anyways, so I'm back from the concert.
Oh, nice. Which concert?
We got this, Vanille.
The New Jersey Gamer Symphony Orchestra,
Oh, sweet.
where they played selections from, Wind Waker,
Excellent.
Sim City,
I know a friend of mine in Virginia is in one of the video game orchestras down there.
nice, also Banjo-Kazooie,
Ooh,
and Banjo-Tooie, they did a medley.
cool.
Fun.
They did a, no, continue.
Banjo is a fun and whimsical soundtrack.
Yes, it is. As evidenced by the fact that they used a banjo and a kazoo to help accentuate the piece.
Nice.
Like, they gave the choir kazoos. One of the conductors was playing the banjo.
Never seen a rig like this before.
It was great.
Here we go.
Next was from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Oh, okay.
There were multiple Final Fantasy pieces.
I'd imagine.
And then they played something from Third Super Robot Wars Alpha.
Really?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure none of the Super Robot Wars games have ever gotten American release.
They have not, no. Played a piece called Gong. They had a massive gong.
Can't go wrong with gongs.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw Bob Seger 8 years ago, question mark? Well, long time ago. Back when I was still in my 20s, I remember arrived at the concert, and I'm looking at the back of the stage, and there's just, like, a massive gong on the back. Like, absurdly large. And I'm like, when are they gonna use that? They only used it for one song. It was one of his random-ass backup singer ladies played it, and it was for the song, Strut. And she basically had to, like, throw her whole body into swinging the damn, thing to hit the gong, and it was kinda hilarious.
Lantern, have you ever seen someone hitting Mahler's hammer?
I don't think I have.
Hold on. Well, now I definitely need to pull up a video of that. Because Mahler's hammer is one of my favorite things. Videos. You know what? Let's go with this one. There we go.
Hey, that don't tickle you now.
Anyways, after playing Gong, we got Battle at the Summit from Pokemon Sun and Moon, which was fantastic. It's one of my favorite pieces from that game.
It's been a while since Sun and Moon is one of the Pokemon games I've only been through once. Although I really like it. I need to re-listen to that soundtrack.
Everyone says Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are better, and I'm like, on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, I played Sun first. I played Sun first, so I have more nostalgia for that.
I didn't feel the need to get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon after I played through Moon. Just looking at them, I'm like, yeah, it's different, but is it that different? It's not like with Black and White and then Black and White 2, you know?
Exactly.
Of course, I also didn't feel the need to get the Ruby and Sapphire remakes, and I was like, you know, I kind of missed out on that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Followed by the Fallout 4 intro.
Huh.
I think I'll ping Sly with that one.
I would assume you did that.
Yeah.
I'm going to, once I finish catching up on everything that I missed throughout today. Then we had, from Final Fantasy XIV, we had a combination of Close in the Distance and of Countless Stars, which I'm going to ping Kikyo for when I have a second.
Yeah, okay.
And last was from Final Fantasy...
Oh, that is an intense instrument.
Final Fantasy VIII. Which was, Liberi Fatali.
Is that the, I think that's the opening song, right? Like, it has some very operatic singing in
opening. They equated it to Sephiroth's theme from Final Fantasy VII, but at the beginning of a game.
Yeah. Like, so FF8 was one of the first games I got stupid excited for the release of, because that was when I was going majorly through my JRPG kick as a teenager, preteen. And also, teenager, preteen, those graphics were better than I'd ever seen, and there were a bunch of hot characters in that. But, like, I vividly remember that opening scene, that opening sequence, and being like, oh my god, there's never been anything like this in video games. We have peaked. I was very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're here. With whatever the hell's happening anymore.
I'm just sipping on my cider, man. I may need another one later. I probably shouldn't.
I mean, you did have
I'm sitting here...
This is still the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have only had I've had one bowl of cereal and 2 cookies today.
Our bowl of cereals we did on our channel.
Yeah. We picked up some fun cereals yesterday when we were grocery shopping and running errands, and we were like, let's make a video out of this.
Yep.
Oh dear God. We've destroyed the everything.
Yes.
Hey, look. It's our bathroom doorknob.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been working on fixing that.
Yeah, for some reason it wasn't locking properly, and then we finally got that, but now it's a little crooked, so it's not closing the greatest. So we gotta fix that.
Oh no.
On one hand, it's only 2 of us here. On the other hand, it's like, it's the bathroom.
Yeah.
It should probably close.
Yeah, especially when we ever have, like, guests over, like Courage.
I mean, I know my parents want to come and visit sooner or later.
Yeah, but they're not staying here.
Please, if they even suggested it, I would bodily throw both of them out with a goddamn smile on my face. Just, nope! Go to the Hampton Inn!
It's right there, and you know what you're getting in for.
It is seriously a straight shot from the apartment.
Yeah.
You know, when I first saw that it said Final Fantasy VIII, I misread it as Final Fantasy XIII, and I was like, I know that game.
FF8 was actually one of the ones we were considering doing for Summer Square this year.
Yeah. Maybe another time, although I think next year we're probably gonna do something other than Final Fantasy.
Something other than Final Fantasy? Gasp. Shock horror. And I'm always available if you need me.
You got it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I still have one LP I want to do with you and V, so...
Yay! More crime.
Oh, that's a bad thing to have with your AC.
Yeah.
Howdy, Sirad. You haven't missed much.
Yeah. We found out that Lightning purposely got purged to go after Sarah, and Saz went along because he was curious to see what was gonna happen.
Saz basically went, you know what? I'm not doing anything today. Why the hell not?
Exactly.
That was basically me with this performance. I'm like, I'm not doing anything else today. I like music. I like video games. Why not?
That's how I got tricked into the gay date the one time. I could study, but I like movies. I like pizza. Why not?
Yeah, and now it's 8:30 and I haven't eaten in 5 hours.
Let's see if we can't make it.
On the one hand, I could go make myself a sandwich, but on the other hand, I want to be here.
You should have gotten a White Castle, man.
There wasn't one on the way home.
How dare.
God damn it.
I mean this literally. I live about. Hold on, I can check how far away the closest White Castle to me is.
I'm not gonna sit here and play with you. I'm going to go kick butt.
The closest one is 3 miles from me.
Where's Grumpy?
That's door-dashable.
Yeah.
Got left behind, huh?
That is true.
Leave me alone.
Hey,
The second closest one is 7 miles
This is
away.
pointless.
So
Can't keep up.
Our closest one is like an hour.
Yeah.
It's over.
The reason we made it
fun
to
fact.
the reason we made it to the one was because our other plans fell through and we were in Jersey anyway, and we're like, let's just see what happens this way.
What about your dad?
Fun fact about my city: we have an absolute ban on fast food restaurants.
Wow.
There isn't a single one within city limits.
Huh.
I mean, we got like Subway and Dunkin', because those aren't technically fast food. Like, no Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, nothing.
Damn.
Because tourism. We have so many small-owned businesses that it was actually just, this is more profitable.
Yeah, that's fair.
Making a wish, Hope?
Mom, you
Oh, hey, it's the MILF.
Yep. You're dead.
Really? That's for little kids.
I mean, our town is trying to increase tourism, mostly with, like,
Wish for.
the surrounding national forests, the bike trails, that kind of thing. So there's a couple local-owned businesses, but there's also the Burger King right next to the
The Walgreens, yeah.
next to the Walgreens, and then closer to the interstate, there's McDonald's and Dairy Queen.
Yep.
They found the Fal'Cie.
I've been to Dairy Queen once.
The next
Same.
I don't remember if I liked it or not.
town, and we couldn't get back.
Wait.
It made me sick.
We got the food there because I had a
Yeah.
gift certificate that I needed to use up.
Yep.
Because there was only one Dairy Queen in the Oklahoma City area.
She wanted to get us out, so she tried to fight.
But, yeah, so one day when we were out and about, we stopped there for lunch and we got the food as opposed to the ice cream, and,
Your dad's
we will never be going again. It has been a very long time since I've had Dairy Queen.
Doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sass?
I pinged Kikyo and Kyle with the Final Fantasy XIV, and they're both crying.
Oh.
Aww.
Come with me, okay?
Because it's in a section of the game that is apparently very sad. I know nothing about Final Fantasy XIV.
We've got time. Get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Saz is the hero we needed.
Yep.
He has the brain cell.
And the Chocobo.
And the Chocobo.
Lightning's not the hero. Snow's not the hero. Saz is the hero.
Chuck the Chocobo is the hero.
We have Chester and Chestnut in the apartment.
Yep. Garden the bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to know what... So, other things that happened at the concert. There was a raffle that I didn't win.
Time to get serious.
But there were multiple prizes, such as coffee. Apparently the band makes their own coffee, too.
Huh.
Go figure.
And they're all named after different video games. They had a Dragon Quest blend.
Huh.
I mean, if Cuphead can sell hot sauce and spices.
What else? Another thing was crocheted starter Pokemon from Sun and Moon. They got Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio.
Oh, cute.
There was a GameCube box. That was literally just a box that looked like a GameCube with like little knickknacks in it.
Neat. I
And
do
the final, the grand prize was a digital code for Tears of the Kingdom.
We're not in a rush to get Tears of the Kingdom because we still haven't beaten Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish the controls on Breath of the Wild were better.
It's like I really want there to be another Nintendo Direct soon, please.
Dear Nintendo, Space Furries, please.
Dear Nintendo, Space Furries, please. But at this point, I'm just like, okay. We have the 1-2 Switch sequel that's been announced. Who freaking asked
They're
for
making
that?
another one?
Yep.
They just
Why?
They just shadow dropped that announcement too. It's coming out the end of the month, and
Huh?
and then in July we're getting Pikmin 4, which is great. I should really play through Pikmin
Yes.
3 first. And after that, we have no first-party games that we have a solid announcement for. Especially because Nintendo's like, we're gonna try to pretend that you all forgot about Metroid Prime 4 for a minute. So it's like, they have to have at least something for the holidays. I refuse to believe they don't. But
I mean, they have the Scarlet and Violet DLC.
that's not... I mean, fair, but that's not like a whole...
Game, yeah.
Yeah, that would be an odd choice for, like, the big Christmas release.
Yeah.
So they have to have something.
A
Damn,
new
if I know what it
Mario.
is.
They're gonna give us a Mario Odyssey 2. They're gonna shadow drop it with no amount of marketing.
I can't imagine them doing that, but you may be right.
It would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. It would be a damned odd move. You'd expect that to be something that they'd want to build hype for, as opposed to going like, oh, by the way, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
You want to know what Nintendo should do if they're not cowards? Star Fox Kid Icarus. Crossover.
That would be such a bizarre crossover, but... You know
I mean,
It would work.
it's been to space.
Hmm?
If there's a whole section where he goes to space.
Oh god, it's Batman!
No, it's just freaking birds.
Friggin' birds!
That's substantially worse. Are they flamencoing?
Sorta, yeah.
Or are they just high?
Maybe they're both.
Cat drugs. Oh, and the final thing, before the concert started, we were walking around where it was happening, and I saw a sign for a bookstore, and I was like, book. I go in, I'm looking around. Guess what I found?
Porn! No.
I mean, kinda, but not really. That's not what that's not what I got, but they did have something kinda like that. I'm not gonna go into detail. But there was something like that.
I'm dying to know what it was.
The Twilight Princess manga.
A warship.
Oh!
Okay.
You mean they made it this
And I got the first 3 because that's all I could afford.
I hear it's good.
Not since.
I know nothing about it, but I have the first 3, and if it's good enough, I'm gonna go back and buy the rest.
The outer rim. Then the Sanctum's Fal'Cie pushed him back.
Hopefully the guy gives me a bulk discount.
Sleep through history?
It was like,
So, what's a ship from Pulse doing?
if I bought the rest of the books I need, that would be like $80, so.
People couldn't live near the rim anymore. In places like the Hanging Edge. So the Fal'Cie
Hanging Edge?
gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left.
So much in media res, so little time.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk? A post Fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'da thunk?
Who'da thunk? Did you skip English class along with history?
Probably.
Pretty sure she skipped all of the classes.
I'm gonna go peek ahead.
She was a cheerleader.
Stop wandering off and stay
I've known some very smart cheerleaders in my time. I've also met some who weren't.
I knew cheerleaders, but shrug.
Apparently, a couple of the cheerleaders I knew in high school had a crush on me when I was in, like, elementary school.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders I know were just kind of rude. Some of them were. Most of them were just kind of neutral towards me.
I went to supervillain high school. I was divorced from the concerns of cheerleaders.
One day you'll have to tell me why it's supervillain high school, because I still don't know.
Let's get this over with.
Listen, we had people building siege weapons in the back. We discussed the pros and cons of genocide. It was supervillain high school.
I mean, that second one happened in my school too, so.
Huh. Also, when all was said and done, I took, let's see here. 13 AP classes.
Jesus Christ, Lantern.
Technically a genius.
Yeah.
Not even technically, that to me, that is genius.
I got 4s and 5s on pretty much all but 2 of the tests.
I applied to one AP class and I got denied because my science grade wasn't high enough.
I got accidentally put in an honors class, and I was still passing, but I wasn't passing by their standards.
Wisdom does come with age.
But, yeah, like...
Saz, you're like, what, 50?
I think he's in his 40s.
I mean...
We talked about this last time.
They say that black don't crack.
Hold on, I'm gonna... 40. He's 40.
Okay. Yeah, like, my first AP class was, European history. I took that my freshman year. It was mandatory. AP government and bio were my sophomore year. Junior year, AP environmental science, AP one of the English classes, AP US history, and AP BC Cal. Senior year, I took AP Stats, AP whatever the other English is, AP Human Geography. I have no idea what that class was supposed to teach. I still got a 5 in it. AP Physics, which we took that class backwards and we didn't have a teacher for the first 6 weeks. And then for funsies, I took AP Spanish via the internet and then also AP Psych.
Jesus. I could never. There's a reason I went to work instead of going to school. I mean, I am eventually going to go to school, but like, no.
I got all of that schooling and learned precisely nothing useful for life.
I mean, you have life skills.
Do I, though? Do I really?
I mean, you cook, for one.
Yeah, but I didn't learn that at Supervillain High School. Or college.
Yeah, the only thing, college, something that I've heard from people is, college, it's not about what degree you get. It's to prove to your employer that you showed up consistently in the same place at the same time for 4 years.
It depends on what you're going into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my first whack at undergrad, I was attempting to be a doctor. I was unsuccessful because I didn't go to class. Also, I had health problems. Also, my family moved halfway across the country. Also, everyone I knew was, trying not to kill themselves, so, you know.
Understandable.
William and Mary's a tense experience. You've heard me and Griffin allude to that, so...
Yes, I have.
She actually finished it, William and Mary.
But at what cost?
Everyone go tell Arcane Griffin she's great, because she is. She just needs to hear it every now and then.
Don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me go ping. I'm not actually gonna ping. I'm too much of a coward for that, because I don't know Griffin well enough.
That's fair.
I think she'd be confused.
Except if I put, Lantern told me to tell you that you're great.
She'd still be confused, frankly. Then again, she's known me for... how old am I now?
38.
Not quite.
He's turning 36 in August.
I was close.
So she's known me for like 15 years. Granted, the last time I saw her in person was... more than a decade ago, but...
Yeah. I mean, we gotta eventually give her wedding gift.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a chocobo?
It is not a chocobo.
No, but it is nerdy.
A sword.
She'd take it.
Yeah.
Like, fencing is absolutely something she has done. She did stage combat at William and Mary as well. She likes flashy, stylish, fighting with panache. Meanwhile, I was doing like judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu because like I really, really, really want to fuck up that guy in particular.
Gracefully destroying your opponent versus actually destroying your opponent.
Yeah. Did some boxing.
Eating the absolute tar out of people.
Yeah. I remember at one point, a bunch of the people William and Mary got like fake fencing swords, and they're like, "Aha! We're fencing. We're classy." And they're like, "Here, Lantern, you fence with us." Aha! And like I'm doing this.
I
with
recall
them.
you telling me this story.
Yeah. I'm doing this. I'm losing horribly, and I'm finally just like, "Fuck this." Throw it. Grab them. Throw them. I think you get my point now.
Yeah.
There's a reason they put me on security during frat parties.
He was able to knock me down with just his finger.
Were you actually trying was the thing.
Probably not.
Because that felt far too easy for what it should have been.
Yeah, I'm like really hungry. I'm gonna go grab a sandwich or something.
Grab a
I
sandwich.
will return. Just may take me like 5 minutes.
Okay. This stream brought to you by White Castle. Except not really.
No. Brought to you by Kit Kat cereal and Trey Letch's Toast Crunch.
That shit is delicious.
I don't care.
I know things are happening with the plot, but the game's not doing a great job of being...
Yeah, it's explaining too much while explaining too little.
Yeah. Which is impressive, really.
Yep. But we didn't get to shake the slippery tube.
Oh.
There you are, Lightning.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
No.
Would it kill her to smile?
Yes.
She does eventually, it just takes a while. Takes her shorter time than Cloud!
Says, like, you'd look better if you smiled more. Stab. I died as I live. Full of tomfoolery.
Time to get serious.
I don't have a good grasp of how the combat works, but I frankly don't care.
That's fair. I mean, it's the same kind of active time battle thing. I'm just more just doing auto stuff, so that way I don't have to think about it too much. But basically, you see that bar, that orange bar that goes underneath them? That, you work to power that up, and that breaks them. Kind of similar to like with Octopath.
Oh.
So once you do that, then you can do a crap ton of damage on them. Usually when you're doing magic, it tends to do a lot more damage and build up the stagger bar. But the commando roll, it keeps it more steady so you can attack for longer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's other ones like the Synergist and the Saboteur. One buffs the party, one debuffs the party. And then obviously the Medic, which heals everyone. And you can just customize the paradigms however you want. I should probably get one that's like, everybody's a Ravager. There we go.
The Tri-Disaster.
Exactly. Like, it's always good to have things kind of separated. Have variety of paradigms.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what this game needs more of? Fennec foxes.
We do see Carbuncle at one point.
Okay.
There we go.
I'll do what I can.
Hello, chickens.
Arise, chicken, chicken, arise. Still has the tentacle monster stick, I see.
Yeah, that's not going away anytime soon.
Well. Did we really need the moans for the jumping?
Yes, apparently.
Incubus, that's a bottleneck that exists.
Isn't that just a male succubus, though?
It is, yep. But it's also a bottleneck in Battletech. As I recall, it's a 35-tonner, originally made by the Steel Vipers, but later used a lot by the Hellas Horses. And it shows up with the Jade Falcons not infrequently.
Huh.
You care about none of this, but you have to put up with it because you're dating me.
Love you.
Love you too.
At least you're not into something as just like creepy and disturbing.
Nothing to it.
Time to play Warhammer 40k. Glory to the Empire of Mankind. Every faction is evil and horrific. Actually, when my high school dungeon master was trying to get us into Warhammer, my faction of choice was the Orcs. Because it may be a vicious hell world, but at least they're having fun in the process.
The boys!
The boys, exactly.
And they believe in the color red.
And the reason that actually works is because all Orcs have low-grade psychic powers, so if they believe something should work hard enough, it will.
Exactly.
That's why all Orcish machinery works against all, in defiance of the laws of physics.
Is that why they think... Do you think that's how they think humans work? Because they bleed red?
That's as logical a thing as any.
About as logical as you can get with something based on the orc.
Yep.
Also, I forgot to mention, but I helped my dad make chicken legs the other night.
Ooh.
I helped with the seasoning and such.
Cool. Yeah, this past week, one of the things we experimented with was Alabama barbecue. It's not something we're in a rut. We're gonna try to find ways to use up that sauce, but it's let's just say it's not our favorite style of barbecue.
Understandable.
It's not bad. It's just odd. So
That's usually how it works.
So Alabama barbecue, the hallmark of it is, it's typically like smoked chicken. They smoke and season the chicken, and then they slather it in Alabama barbecue sauce. What's Alabama barbecue sauce, Uncle Lantern? I'm glad you asked. It's like a mayonnaise and vinegar-based sauce.
That sounds nasty.
If I were to give it to you on something and not tell you what it is, you'd try it and be like, "This ranch dressing tastes funny," and you'd be incorrect.
I'm not a huge fan of mayo or ranch, so.
You'd be incorrect about it being ranch, but I feel like it's a justifiable mistake to make, because Star was like, "This tastes kind of like ranch," and me having lived in Oklahoma for the past 14 years, I'm like, doesn't taste like ranch, but it's in the neighborhood.
Ranch adjacent.
It's ranch adjacent.
Jason.
Jason!
Jason. The only Jason, I know two Jasons. The one from the movie and my kind of uncle.
I did know a Jason in high school, yeah, that's right.
Do you want me to tell you the story about my kind of uncle, Jason?
Sure.
This should be good.
So, my aunt has been married twice before Jason.
Mm-hmm.
First one, he was kind of a dick, but he lives in Texas now, which makes sense. The second one is the one I grew up with. So I still refer to him as my uncle. And this third guy, Jason, they're not married, and I don't think they intend to get married. They just live together.
What is that?
So,
Oh god, it's a transformer!
I just call him Jason,
And that's
because he's not actually my uncle.
isn't it?
See, like, my aunt's current husband, they got married when I was, like, in my late 20s, early 30s. So I have trouble thinking of, even though they lived together for 15 years, I have trouble thinking of him as an uncle. Whereas her husband prior to that, it was, like, the one I grew up with.
Yeah,
And I
Same kind of
barely
thing.
met her first husband, so...
exactly. Like, I met my aunt's first husband once. That was at my cousin's graduation.
Like I know he lived somewhere within spitting distance of where I grew up, because every so often my oldest cousin would come down to Virginia and stay with us for a couple of days, and his dad, my aunt's first husband, would come and then pick him up. They'd leave, and basically he'd stay with him for a while, then come back, drop my cousin off, and then my aunt would pick him up like a few days later. So like the only times I saw my aunt's first husband were when he was picking up my cousin, but I didn't get to know him real well. I don't even know if he's still alive, frankly, but because I haven't talked to that cousin recently, aside from like the occasional birthday message and whatnot. He is in Jersey, so we could hypothetically go visit him.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, my cousins on that side of the family live in Point Pleasant, so...
Nice place to live. Pretty expensive, but nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they afford it. I choose not to ask.
Fat drugs.
Waha! We defeated you before you could really hurt us.
Let's go, Fire Raga.
Oh,
Hey, wrong game.
Oh right, this thing has 2 phases.
you know what? We need to use Aber's Reckoning.
We don't have that.
Damn it!
That's the heavy lobster from Kirby.
And currently the only one who has an Eidolon is Snow.
That does look like Heavy Lobster from Kirby. That was a fun boss fight, as I recall.
I should play that. I'm blanking on which Kirby it was.
Superstar.
Thank you. I should play Superstar Ultra.
It's funny, like there's a big span of time where I didn't play much Kirby, because I played Kirby Adventure at a friend's house. I had Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2 for the Game Boy, because that's what I friggin' had. Kirby's Dream Land 3, I didn't have an SNES. It showed up late enough in the SNES's lifespan that, like, no one I knew was aware of its existence. And so, like, I missed Kirby's Dream Land 3 entirely. And Superstar, I remember seeing it advertised in a couple of comic books. But I looked at it and I'm like, this sounds like it's just something that has, like... This sounds like one of those crappy card game, software things I have, which has, like, Blackjack and Old Maid! Why would anyone want that? And then it turns out it's actually the best friggin' Kirby game out there, aside from Forgotten Land.
I have... What? I have Forgotten Land.
We need to finish Forgotten Land, but it's amazing.
Yeah, we got to, like, one of the final bosses. We still got another section to take care of.
I finished the first world and then I got way too busy to play.
I thought that the rest of Final Fantasy VIII was Squall's death dream, Sarah.
Yeah.
That has been a recurring fan theory that, like, the entire rest of the game is Squall's dying vision.
Sarat, I don't know if you heard, but one of the pieces that played at the concert I went to was from Final Fantasy VIII.
Sarat's not a fan of the game. The game has a lot of issues. I have a soft spot for it, though. That doesn't mean I have good taste, necessarily, it just means I have a soft spot.
That's kind of how soft spots work.
Listen, I had a crush on Kistis Trapé.
Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure I could cosplay her if I let my hair grow out more.
I'm pretty sure you could, too.
The Lantern type has been there from a very young age.
That's not how wrecking balls work, I'm pretty sure.
It is in this game.
Yeah, FF8 has an amazing soundtrack, and again, pretty much every Final Fantasy game. If they get nothing else right, they tend to get the soundtrack right.
Yeah.
Granted, this one has been kind of forgettable to me, but...
Well, I mean, this is one of the ones that Uematsu did not work on the score for. I think one of the ladies from... I think the one from Kingdom Hearts worked on this too. But I can't... Don't quote me on that.
Though, speaking of Final Fantasy adjacent things, I liked the opening of Chocobo Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that opening music went unnecessarily hard.
Yes, it did.
That was a fun LP to record.
Yeah.
Which you can see on the channel for Summer Square, or at least half of Summer Square.
Yeah, the other half is Balan Wonderworld. Sorry!
Oh, Geek Gaming versus...
I have a lot to say about Balan in that LP.
I can't wait to hear it.
I was not a happy camper, and I apologize for that.
Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
That's a dumb strategy.
Yeah.
I noticed that. But don't you need to know exactly what you're
Always
up against?
do research on what you're fighting against.
Quoth Adam
you
Steiner,
insane?
information is
I
ammunition.
stick to my goal.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight.
Oh, so you're a
You can
berserker.
stay alive.
I vote we do a murder.
So yeah, now we can actually upgrade our weapons.
We're how many hours into this game?
Probably about 6 now.
Yeah.
6 hours into the game and you can upgrade your weapons.
Yep.
Ichi.
Dragon Quest VI. I'm trying to remember the exact amount of time. But basically, you get to the fake final boss before you open up the job system. Dragon Quest VII, the original, the PS1 version of that game, you're gonna be playing for 2 hours before you get your first monster encounter. I am not making this up.
That sounds terrible.
Dragon Quest VII is a good game. It's just
Long.
and very grindy. Hang on a sec. I will be right back.
Okie doke.
Hello. What's up?
Oops, a daisy.
Up the ramp, up the ramp.
But we're not shaking the slippery tube.
This looks like easy going.
Did you not pay attention to that grammar sentence there, Vanille? This looks easy going.
I don't think she paid a lot of attention in school.
Yeah, seems it.
The fact that she said she's gonna scout ahead means that she's about to get got by some kind of enemy.
Yeah, probably. But, more XP!
Let's go!
Yeah, now we've got us up to level 4. Let's see. Okay, you're wielding that, although you're currently not in battle. Why should I bother?
Yeah, why use Hope when you can use anyone else?
Yeah,
And
Well,
I'm
let me guess,
back.
welcome back.
Hope is secretly the strongest character in this game. That's my prediction.
There we go. That's updated. Oh. Oop, use that up. There we go.
I missed the item customization from FF8.
That's fair.
What if this had like Tears of the Kingdom type thing where you could just stick
I will stick this meat onto this stick and bludgeon you to death with it.
with quick thinking, he made a megaphone using a squirrel, a stick, and a megaphone.
Yes! That's such a... That's such an odd mechanic to stick into Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh, I know how the community feels about it.
They can make...
Torture.
They can make giant dicks now.
Oh boy.
Yes. Dicks, torture, condoms,
Much of a future for us, huh?
Hard to picture a happy ending.
jet turbines.
We don't even know where to go.
But I saw someone make the Metal Gear from Metal Gear.
Oh, nice.
Eden,
Hey look, a crack in reality.
the sanctum seat of power.
Eden was actually a summon in FF8,
Charge right in there. Give him a taste of LaCie terror.
and there's a lot to unpack from that.
You're serious?
Keep running. It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for LaCie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This seems like a monumentally bad plan.
No.
This isn't a game.
Damn sure.
Oh, says, if only you knew.
LaCie took her. Now I'm a LaCie too. And in the
God, the Spooktober LP is gonna be so fun for people to watch.
Yeah, we've already recorded a bunch today, and we're probably gonna end up recording more because we were loving it so much.
Sustainer and guiding light. It probably ordered the purge.
Well, I can't wait to find out what it is.
Pulse and Sanctum Falsi, they're all the same. And we're all the same to them. Expendable. I'm not dying a Falsi slave.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna eat some chicken.
By yourself? Are you crazy?
Yes.
Say you pull it off. What's that get you? Satisfaction?
Yes.
Something happens to Eden, it's lights out Cocoon. You want that? You're supposed to see now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from Falsi.
I don't work for
It's
Toons!
up to me.
Don't you mean how you die?
Is that a Roger Rabbit reference?
Yep.
That was absolutely a Roger Rabbit reference.
Better to pick your path and keep moving. Don't worry.
It is unironically one of my favorite movies.
Destroy the world.
It's a great movie.
Yeah?
Did come to that. Wonder if our hero'd try to stop me.
You want to fight Snow now? Just like that, your enemies?
We've been enemies since day one. We ain't
Next
kidding.
time we meet, we might be too.
I'm an edgelord.
God damn it, Lightning.
When the fear sank in, it tore us all apart.
I'm from New Zealand.
Reaching out
Are you
to
sure that's
us,
New Zealand?
but none of us could
It
see.
sounds more like New Zealand than It sounds more like a Kiwi accent than an Aussie accent to me.
If only I'd been stronger. None of
Not
this
a
ever would
dumb.
have happened.
Granted, I'm not an expert in accents by any stretch of the imagination.
That makes two of us. Whoa!
Hey, you're taking care of me.
I won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
Nope, that is Australian. The voice actor is Australian.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
I'm going with you.
Thank you,
I
Internet.
can't babysit you anymore.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
Listen, I lost my MILF, you're all I got.
And you hate snow just as much as I do.
Oh hey, we're...
Oh, hey, Stormtroopers.
A SciComm hit squad.
I was gonna go with a football team.
Plus, LanStar was trying to unionize them at the alien fair yesterday.
I was trying to unionize the Stormtroopers, this is true.
Understandable.
I would absolutely join the 501st Legion cosplay group if I felt like making the effort. I would totally be a stormtrooper. My sister's kids would eat that shit up.
I love how they used part of the 501st Legion in an actual Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we need more members. We need more people for Stormtroopers.
And we don't have
only
enough
there was
armor
a blue.
either. If only we could solve both of these problems at the same time.
Really?
Exactly.
Rogue One, aka Director Krennic's really bad day.
Pretty much. And then everyone died because they don't exist.
Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars films, and
What?
Krennic is one of my favorite Star Wars villains just because of how hateable he is, and just how much bad shit happens to him throughout the entire movie. I'm just going like, your suffering sustains me.
Villains should not be redeemable.
I guess.
Well, that's not strictly
It's
true.
not like lightning.
Some villains should just be evil.
Krennic's not just evil, he's also kind of a dick, and he's horribly out of his depth. He has a greatly inflated sense of importance.
Yeah, and then he has to deal with Vader.
And
The
Tarkin.
others? I'm sure they got
Tarkin's not competent, but he's bloodthirsty.
Now,
This is true.
for me, it'll be fight after fight. I don't know how it'll end. It's anybody's guess.
I know how it'll end. I know how it'll end, with explosions.
Stronger. Lightning.
Call me Light.
What's the plan from here?
Call me Light.
Through the gap.
So is your real name just Lightning?
You
Find transport.
you don't look like a Santa Claus-esque man who builds
I can
robots.
show you all the shortcuts.
No side trips.
No need.
Did he just say
See, you're
Palumpolis?
welcome.
Yeah, no, his hometown is Palampolam,
Not the Lumpagus.
which, in case you didn't know, is a reference to Palom and Porum from Final Fantasy IV.
Why is that what they referenced?
Because why not?
Those two lovable little shits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look ahead.
I know Fabul has been referenced numerous times across the series as well.
I'm not sure if it's in this one.
Because, like, one of my favorite things when I was playing the SNES version of FF4, Yang's answer to everything, whether it made sense or not, was, I see! I am a karate master from Fabul!
Yes.
And that became, like, Courage's default answer to anything. It's like, Courage, why are you peeing on that tree? I am a karate master from Fabul!
Let's see here.
Spoilers, whenever the hell we get around to doing Final Fantasy VI, Sabin is getting named after Courage. It is known. Make your peace with it, everybody.
Yep.
Peace has been made. I think it's funny.
Courage is gonna suplex a goddamn train.
If I can pull off the the moves to it.
Honestly, I wouldn't put that past real life Courage.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yoink!
We found...
Fiber optic cables.
Huh.
Let's go.
I remember when I was doing a Saturday enrichment thing when I was a kid. Saturday extra nerd fun school thing. One of the classes I did was this guy talking about like just random pieces of technology. And I remember like fiber optic cable in the early 90s. It's like, this is the new hotness and it's gonna revolutionize everything. I didn't hear about it again for like 10 years and then suddenly like, fiber optic internet. Oh, hey, I remember us talking about that when I was like 8.
Let's go, fiber optics. Woo.
We can have all the fiber optic angels.
And like LEDs, that was another thing he was talking about, like emitting diodes. And it's like, here, see, it's gonna be the new light thing. And it's like, huh. Like once again, never heard of them for like another 10 years, and then suddenly everything's like, oh, we're gonna use an LED lamp because it's better. I'm like, oh hey, I had like a tiny one of these that you can hook up to a watch battery. It was a gimmick thing. The hell are you?
It is called an Ulan.
Ah, so it's one of the first Cathal Ulans. Got it. No one's gonna get that reference.
I just thought Oolong tea, so.
It is kind of greenish.
That sounds about right, Sarad.
Yeah.
I know an Ulan is a specific type of soldier. I can't remember the specifics of it. The main reason I know the term is the first Cathal Ulans, which were Morgan Hasek-Davian and Andrew Redburn's flagship regiment. So yeah, BattleTech. Because of course it's BattleTech. They died on Huntress. Much like Morgan Hasek-Davian, actually.
How do you spell Ulan?
U-H-L-A-N.
U-H-L-A-N.
Something like that, anyway.
Cavalrymen with a lance.
Okay.
In various European armies.
Yeah,
Basically the dudes on the horses.
with a lance, yeah. And because House Davian is Anglo-French, it's... a lot of their unit names are very much things like that. Hell, there's one name for one of their units that I genuinely don't know how to pronounce because I've never heard it said. I've only seen it written there in BattleTech. It's like...
What is the word? How do you spell it?
Give me a minute and I can... because I can't remember if there's another U in there or not. C-H-A... Okay, a chasseur or something like that. C-H-A-S-S-E-U-R. A soldier equipped and trained for rapid movement, especially in the French army.
Nothing. No sign it's been activated.
Sir.
Huh? Who's there?
Chasseur.
Chasseur. Because, some of the units... House Davian is my least favorite of the great houses, but they have the new Iverson Chasseurs.
Well, what about the Schlossringer?
You mean Schlossritter?
Yes.
With
I
the
don't know. I still don't know anything about BattleTech.
Oh, you want to know about BattleTech? What would you like to know?
What I'm doing here.
Probably thought we'd try.
Well, no, I can just go watch Surratt and Lantern's BattleTech LP on Surratt's channel.
Shameless plug.
Hey, you're gonna hurt
Surratt
yourself.
found-
Don't touch that.
Surratt went out of his ways to find ways to get me annoyed during that LP. Oh,
Oh, absolutely beautiful voice acting.
Stop.
this reminds me of a thing from FF6.
I think I got it. Wait, I think I can work
You
this.
think you got it. I'm so proud of you.
So I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel
No sentence starts well with that.
about
Never. Is that a tank?
tank sequence?
Depends on what it involves.
I've opened up Pandora's box, and honestly, I might sit down and watch the BattleTech LP over the summer.
It does kind of remind me of, depending on which faction we're in, either the Mad Dog or the Bushwhacker, neither of which are mechs that Surratt's familiar with.
Everything I know about BattleTech is that there are robots.
There
That's
are
about it.
robots, feudalism, space Mongols, the Space Catholic Church combined with AT&T. It's great.
Do enjoy Mongols.
The clans are basically the Mongol analog, sort of. It's weird. They're sort of the outside context problem, except it turns out they're not really the outside context problem.
Or the inside context problem.
We feel mighty.
We do.
Far mighty. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
We watched the anniversary thing for that on Netflix, and I enjoyed every goddamn minute of it.
You know, part of me, also another part of me wants to sit down and just watch all of every single Power Ranger.
Nice landing.
We were actually watching some of Mighty Morphin after we watched that special, and we were like, this is dumb! I love it.
Just need a minute.
Okay, question: which iteration of the Power Rangers is your favorite?
See, I've only watched Mighty Morphin, but I've watched all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin, and then I've watched some of Zeo. After that, I got peer pressured into not watching it, so I haven't watched in 25 years. On one hand, I
My
like...
favorite is Power Rangers Samurai.
During Mighty Morphin, there was kind of a set of Zords that were samurai-themed via Shogun Zords, which, frankly, were kind of forgettable. Like, that was my favorite Megazord as a kid, but looking at it now, I'm like, that one's kind of lame, really.
Really how it works. In Samurai, there was a whole villain whose entire shtick was telling the truth.
What is this, VeggieTales?
He was like revealing, he's like, your cooking sucks and stuff like that.
Brutal honesty,
Everyone thinks your
man.
cooking sucks.
Hope we find another one of those.
Pretty much. Like, oh, the Red Ranger has a secret he's keeping from all of you.
The Red
therefore led
Ranger has
to-
herpes. Wait, what?
Not exactly what happened, but it was like it was going to die while sealing the main villain or something like that.
Okay.
Like a whole prophecy thing. Don't remember. I should rewatch it. Because you gotta love prophecies, right?
I mean, it worked so well in Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
There were prophecies in Battletech. The faction that was big into that, life didn't go well for them. You think I'm joking? I am not. Brutal honesty.
Yeah.
I remember on Reddit years ago, there was a thread on the Mega Man subreddit about, like, come up with a new robot master. And, my one was actually fairly popular among that very small population. Delicatessen Man. Dr. Wily was
He used meat cleavers.
Dr. Wily was working on his plan for world domination. Unfortunately, he got hungry in the process of that. A normal man would go to the kitchen and make a sandwich. Wily is not a normal man. He instead built a robot to make him a sandwich. And what he wound up creating was a sandwich-making death machine.
This just sounds like that one alien from Lilo and Stitch.
I have not seen Lilo and Stitch since it was originally in theaters.
Well, it's a good thing it's not from the original, huh? It's a yellow version of Stitch who's only obsessed with making sandwiches.
Reuben.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, his name was, he was experiment number 625, and then Lilo eventually named him Reuben. Because he had all the same powers as Stitch, but he just wanted to make sandwiches.
Yep, pretty much.
So we still have not gotten Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. I may or may not change that tomorrow. Probably not.
Probably.
But one of the things I'm amused by is the friggin' robot Delibird. It's like, of all the Pokemon you could have chosen. And apparently it's actually good.
Yeah, it is. It has better stats than the regular Delibird.
There's things growing on damp bread with better stats than regular Delibird.
Not Sunkern.
Robot Sunkern would be amazing.
Sunkern has the lowest base stat total of any Pokemon ever.
But it has the highest, Pokathlon stats of any Pokemon, potentially.
That is true.
Boop.
Hey. I will tickle you.
Quick Star, tickle him.
He's grabbing my hand so I can't.
Who's the 4-star? Your mind.
Yoink! I was going after the enemy shell!
You have to use Sunkern to prove the Pokemon doesn't have stats that are that bad. The Pokemon stats are that bad.
Yeah, Sunkern is...
I've seen
Sunkern sure is a Pokemon.
I've seen LPs that have used Sunkern in their main party. Doesn't mean it's a good idea, but...
Oh, it's a terrible idea. But they do it anyway, just to prove a point. What that point is, I will never know.
I mean, the idea is that, like, the mainline... If you're not playing competitive, you can pretty much play any of the mainline Pokemon games with your favorites. Which is...
Honestly, if they gave Sunflora another evolution, that'd be great.
Yeah, yeah. They finally gave one to Dunsparce. Why not Sunflora?
Yeah, but they did the Dunsparce. That is its actual name.
Yep.
It's as stupid as it sounds.
Yeah, it's just a slightly longer Dunsparce.
Yep. But wait, you can get the rare 3-segment to Dunsparce.
Keeping in mind I haven't played Scarlet and Violet, thus far, my favorite Pokemon I've seen from the new versions are Mousehold. I love that thing.
Household. Household is incredible in competitive. It's so good it got banned.
My ability. You'll just slow me down.
What?
I'm sorry, but I can't protect you when...
You can't leave me here. You gotta take me with you.
Enough! The whole world is against us. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone some helpless kid.
Nope. Restraining bolt.
You want to get tough? Do it on your own.
Oh. Not good.
Odin. Yes!
I mean, her name is Lightning.
Is it actually?
Yep, it is Odin.
It's fucking Odin.
God damn.
Odin is one of my favorite summons in the franchise. After, like, Doom Train, Gilgamesh, and maybe Bahamut. To be fair, Doom Train, I think, only shows up in the one game.
I mean, his name is Doom Train, so...
Whoops. But as you can see, Odin is mainly targeting Hope. So the big gimmick to try and build up the Gestalt thing there is to keep healing Hope.
Now, see, if Odin was actually trying, Hope would be dead.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of these Eidolons. They come to their Lyses at
You
the...
need to keep Hope alive.
They come to their Lyses at the
This is true.
most weakest that they are mentally,
Absolute
and
worst possible
test
time.
them.
Sun is great. Their hammers are made of Corvinite. I mean that quite literally. Like, the entire reason why Paldea doesn't use Corvinite as taxis is because Tinkaton keeps murdering them.
Tinkaton chooses violence. Oh my god, we're in Danganronpa. That means if we're in Danganronpa, which one of these characters is Father O'Hagan drunk enough to kick your ass 3-time naval boxing champion?
Are you telling me Father O'Hagan wouldn't wear a leather jacket with a bear on it?
Father O'Hagan wants his goddamn bear threesome.
That sure is a sentence, Lantern.
The Danganronpa streams went places, man.
You see, Placid Duck Simulator has more DLC.
Yep. And multiplayer.
Right.
Horse!
Yep, Snow gets the two girls to turn into a motorcycle. Lightning gets horse.
Hans.
Lightning. Whoa. Your brand looks different. Was that an Eidolon? Like a seeking something?
Ducks in space.
Magic or mumbo jumbo. I must have hit my head on that purge train.
Am I really in your way?
In my way starts playing.
I'll do better.
Because that is a track from Undertale.
We'll toughen you up. I'm sorry about before.
At least she's willing to apologize for her mistakes.
Oh, no apologies. Must internalize every failure.
Got my back?
I love how you just know that when it's like, you really can't see their brands. Whoop, time to enter Gestalt mode for the first time.
Of course we can't see their brands, but they aren't sponsored.
Odin. Cut us a path.
So we basically get Odin as a party member temporarily.
Yeah.
This reminds me of FF8 in weird ways, but
And then,
to toughen you up or kill you in the process. My kind of teacher. Yes, Sleipnir, we know you exist.
Although he has less legs this time.
How many legs does he have? 4? Boo. Accurate.
Shake the ground. The storm is here.
Combo move. Does
Until
2
next time.
damage.
The horse now has a propeller.
Yep.
We'll stop
I
here.
stopped paying attention for a second and looked back up, and I thought one of the inventory was prophylactic something, and I was like, wait, what the hell? The monsters are dropping condoms, what?
I mean, considering some of
I
the
mean,
enemies,
honestly, that's a lot. It's cheaper at.
I mean, considering some of the enemies in Yoshi's Island.
Or in, what's the game called? The Paper Mario with the colors.
Color Splash.
Color
Right?
Splash, thank you. Some of the enemies in that one are questionable at best.
When Star was playing Yoshi's Island for the first time, she got to this one enemy and she's like, why are there flying condoms? I'm like, oh, you found Condom Man! I'm gonna bleed out here if you don't mind. Turns out we're in a giant hand.
What is this, Xenoblade?
Man.
Now that's a Mega Man character I'd love to see. Playing Mega Man music outside before the concert.
Mega Man generally has good music.
Yeah.
Could not tell you what tracks they were, but
If they were in like the first 3 games or in 8, I could tell you.
No
And
sign of
several of the
success.
X games.
Got their attention.
the X Games thought that was for sports.
I knew you were going there as soon as you started that.
They hope. You can bet on it.
Good for him.
I mean, it is the only X Games I know, so I don't like watch them, but I know they're a thing.
Are they still a thing?
Pretty sure they are.
Huh. Because, like, I remember back in the late 90s, like, they were really big for a really short amount of time.
Of postphobia. If a
It's
listener
a
pops up on the
cool
radar,
song.
all hell will break loose.
They don't even know why they're scared.
Damn it, I'm hungry again.
Don't know. It
Whoever's on that piano is going hard.
gets worse the older you get.
Must resist urge to eat entire thing of
Terrified of
blackberries.
what'll happen.
I got 2 of them.
The world
Yeah, but neither of them are huge.
across the sea.
God damn, they'll be 30?
Wow.
Most of them.
Gee, thanks. Let's go.
He is weirdly cheerful.
Yeah.
I believe the
I
moment.
don't like characters that are overwhelmingly positive. They throw me off. don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, especially since...
Everyone is dying. How are you happy?
Yeah. I think most of it's usually just a front.
I mean, in Octopath 2, even the Pollyanna in that game has moments where she's either distraught or, at the very least, I am going to talk to somebody's manager and kick them in the dick.
Yep.
This is just weirdly positive.
Yeah. I keep misreading Airwing as R-Wing.
Dear Nintendo, space furries, please.
Space furries, please, Nintendo.
Nintendo, I will pay however much money you want. If you charge $80 for it, hell, I'll pay $80 for it.
I won't be happy about it.
Yeah.
Neither would I. But still.
Don't worry, Saz. You'll be okay with me.
It probably has.
Probably.
And the more resources thing
You're
reminds me of
here.
a Battletech thing. Oh, because of course it fucking... We are fighting the Megahedron.
We're fighting a D20, yes.
Wait, that's this game's version of bombs.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
FF13, go home.
you think-
You're drunk.
Do you think D20 MILF will show up?
No.
Probably. Depends.
For those who don't know, I am in fact referring to the mom from Tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tunic was such a great
In
game.
which, go watch the Tunic streams.
Yep.
Of the shirt. It is a good shirt.
See, look, it's got the spikes, just like the regular bombs.
No. No.
No.
No. No.
It's about to self-destruct. Just like regular bombs. There it goes. It blew up Vanille.
Unfortunately, she's still alive.
I like her better than, like, Hope and Lightning right now. Kikyo hops in the chat and is like, I'm sorry, what?
Hooray, Saz.
Yeah, because Hope is terrible character. I'm sorry, Kikyo. I have found zero redeeming qualities in Hope.
To be fair, we're still early on in the game. But yeah, most people pretty much cite Hope as one of the worst characters.
Gun Kata just keeps coming up in LPs.
You should see your daddy now.
I'm sorry, what, Saz?
You should see your daddy now.
We need Gundam Tanaka.
At least it's not like with Space Quest 2, with Roger's obsession with licking rocks.
Daddy needs his special alone time. That line just came out of left field and I was like, what the Christ? Is that in the original version of the game? I don't remember.
Hey, Lantern, do
Yo.
you know who Gundam Tanaka is?
Who, Gundam Tanaka?
Yes.
I feel like Is Gundam spelled like the show?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Gun-
yep, that's the.
Oh.
Gundam Tanaka is from Danganronpa 2.
Yep.
Okay.
He's the hamster boy.
Okay. He's the one who's. We've picked. Layla's picked out the voice I'm going to do for him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Layla's like, do this voice with this character. And I'm like, I know nothing about this game.
Voice. I want to know.
Should I do it?
Might as well.
No. I saw a bird. It was pretty.
Oh my god.
Kick its ass.
That is the objectively correct voice.
Oh god, no. Well, if it's objectively correct, that means I can't do it.
Oh, no, I mean that in the most ironic way possible.
Okay.
If Layla asked, you have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun with the voices in Danganronpa. Leon became
Father Anakin drunk enough to kick your ass.
Leon is I'm gonna get me some barbecue. Let's see, who else did I do?
Jeff, how I missed you.
You also did Hero, which you did as Meat Wad.
Oh man, why am I not dead enough? I'm the worst goddamn character. God has permitted me to live another day, and I'm about to make it everyone's problem. Plays at 420.
And you were Mondo, which you did as Londo.
A very bad Londo Malari impression, yes.
You know, I had to explain what, what's Meatwad from again?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I was close. Dad, because it came up in a crossword he was doing.
Huh.
Actually, French Fry did, but
Fry luck makes the money.
It was-
see?
it certainly was a crossword.
Of all the crosswords, it was certainly one of them. Beware the penguin.
Wah.
The penguin's so small and round.
Eat the penguin.
I mean, if you're
Not
playing
eat the penguin.
I mean, in a certain game, you toss him off a ledge.
Eat the penguin.
You're easily impressed, Vanille.
Wow! Look at that! I wonder what it's for.
Presumably making
I
things
know what it's
awful.
for. Monokuma is definitely a character.
Yep.
I'd argue that Monokuma was the least objectionable voice in that game.
Yeah.
Wait, remember, that's the stream series that got us Father O'Hagan drunk enough to kick your ass, 3-time naval boxing champion.
Not to mention all the talk of bear threesomes.
Listen, Father O'Hagan has needs. He needs to punch something, he
those
needs to
needs-
poop in somebody's bed, and he needs a bear threesome.
Not to mention how we somehow turned Mukuru and Kusama into the ultimate furry.
I mean,
Of all the times
Sure.
for Surratt to run with a joke that I made, it's like, you know what? Let's make this one thing that Father O'Hagan said actually true.
beautiful.
It was especially good when he was trying to read off the information about Fenrir, and the lines were just getting more and more awesome about furry part, and he was dying, trying not to laugh his ass off while doing the voice.
Question. Would Father O'Hannigan drunk enough to kick your ass be D&D?
Could you repeat?
Yeah, you cut out.
Ah, sorry. What class would Father O'Hannigan drunk enough to kick your ass be in D&D?
Barbarian.
I was gonna assume cleric.
That is true. He is a man of the cloth.
I was gonna say paladin.
Yeah, paladin would work. Although that would involve him being lawful, and he's not very lawful.
No, he follows his code.
What that code is, nobody knows.
Yeah, not even him. He's kind of like old man Henderson in that sense.
You should see your daddy now.
Leotard face palmed at that.
Better not electrocute myself.
And you didn't. Good. Do not play with live wires, folks.
But Sparky Sparky Boom Man.
I loved it when we had those moments where Father O'Hagan just randomly sobered up and Layla's like, oh my god, I don't hate him.
And then you...
Therefore, he should always constantly be drunk.
Yeah, and then he magically became drunk again, and she was like, no!
that was a great moment, because it's like Father O'Hagan's competent, Father... Oh god, I feel it coming. I'm back, maybe.
So he's like one of those people that can make alcohol in their own stomachs.
Monokuma was puzzled as to where he kept getting alcohol from.
He was simply not drinking alcohol. He generated it himself.
I learned to make alcohol, Navy.
I mean, you can make vodka out of potatoes.
And toilet paper.
Yes.
Is that better or worse than prison wine?
Good question. Okay, I remember I was at William & Mary at one point, and I was living in the frat house, and I'm doing things in the kitchen. And I step out of the kitchen into the common area, and I almost put my foot into a trash can full of fruit and other stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, why is this here? And two of the frat brothers, who were very high at the time, were like, hey man, you almost put your foot in our sangria, not cool. And I'm like, number one, I don't think this is sangria, it's in a trash can. Number two, why is it right outside the kitchen door? What the fuck is wrong with you?
The answer to that question is a lot of things.
I remember there was, I remember in Cards Against Humanity, there was a card about throwing grapes at someone until they lose all touch with reality.
Yep.
I actually saw that happen in the frat house. One of the frat brothers had smoked a lot of weed and gotten very drunk, and he came in and interrupted movie night, so he just started throwing grapes at him, and he just had a complete psychotic meltdown.
Beautiful.
I mean, half the time it seemed like whenever you guys were doing Cards Against Humanity, you had a story for at least half the cards.
I saw a lot of those things.
Post machines can't be that.
Saw 8 tons of black tar heroin?
I did not. But I believe my dad probably has.
It worked.
See, that's because your dad is... awesome.
He probably arrested someone with it, but
Yeah.
I remember at some point in a call with Queen and a bunch of other people, like, Just they're talking about things, and thus lantern stories come up, and finally Queen's like, I don't know which one of you is crazier, you or your father.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like,
the
listen,
answer
I'm
is-
very boring. Weird shit happens around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
I mean, not too many weird things has happened since you moved here.
Oh, just wait.
Let's
New
give this a
York.
shot. Gotta hit 4 control panels.
Okay, we got 3 out of the 4 panels. Where's your 4th?
We're like barely New York. We do most of our shopping in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. To be fair, it's cheap.
Understandable.
Just,
Because everything in New York is ungodly expensive.
yeah.
For no reason other than they know they can get away with it.
Pretty much.
So who is going absolutely wild on the saxophone right now?
Some days you just gotta play the saxophone.
You gotta put down the ducky. Put down the ducky. Put down the ducky if you wanna play the saxophone.
Oh, okay, there's the other one. Saz is getting his cardio today.
Hope the wires aren't fried.
What kind of cardio do you think Oko-san would do?
I assume, considering he's a jogger in the game, he's probably running constantly.
Yeah, in Hatoful, the reason Okasan is at St. Pigeonations is he's basically on an athletic scholarship.
Yeah, he's pretty much like the main track team.
I completely forgot about that. Wow.
We can take
He runs. How does he swim? He runs across the water. He is that fast.
Yep.
Understandable.
Hatoful is amazing.
Yep.
War and Peace, I've never had to read that.
Me neither.
Thanks, Vanille. Follow the whole
Who would win in the fight, Oko-san or Father O'Hagan?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I feel like the universe would crack in half.
But what if Father O'Hagan is Oko-san?
I'm dressing up as a bird to get me that delicious bear threesome, because you know, if the N64 taught me anything, it's bear and bird, man.
Just,
bullseye. Didn't even have to ask. We got this for you.
will you quit slapping me? You may damage the bird.
Can't damage the bird, we got bear and bird duos for the bear threesome.
I'm talking about the one in his afro.
Bear and bird.
Just,
Chest.
Well, orb, but
Ponder orb.
made what? What did we make? Where are we going?
Where did we come from?
Well, we.
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Hmm?
From where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
If it weren't cutting that Joe, I'm bare I'm go. Where did you come from?
You gotta sleep somewhere. This look okay?
Yeah. Fine by me.
Did she just find a traffic cop?
Apparently.
Well, she found a blanket.
We have spaghetti and blankets.
All set. Okay, good night.
Not a care in the world.
Saz, you are the only person with a brain.
Oh!
What?
Do not cross this line. Understood?
Grow up.
And good night again.
Did you just go to sleep already?
Aw, little chocobo chick is sleeping too.
Choco, 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 choco. Orb.
Still a kid.
Clouds.
Wow, pretty.
Oh god, what the hell is that?
Crack.
That should be telling us in a minute. Oh, maybe not. But either way, there's snow. It's like, oh yeah, you're still in this game.
Well, we found the murder fleet.
Looks like a sky whale.
Look at you. Wonder what's under the hood of that thing.
A whale.
Your pants on.
Quit being horny for the sky whale.
Get a peek soon enough. Just try and behave.
No promises.
Never.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
God damn it.
Cheeky boy, aren't you? We'll see how long that lasts.
I misread what Surratt said there. I thought he said, oh god, he's not dead.
Honestly, most of these characters could die and I probably wouldn't care.
Yeah.
It's the eight words of death for fiction. The words that if you hear someone say this about your work, you have screwed up. I don't care what happens to these people.
See, it's the lid bloom.
So, reference to 9 there.
Yep.
Much better game, frankly. I know there are fans of this game. I know.
Yep.
It's not wowing me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You must be Snow.
His name's not Halt, it's Snow.
Sid Reigns.
There's our Sid for the game.
Wow, that's the most punchable Sid I've ever seen in my life!
Just had a few questions.
I agree with you. Is that guy's arm in a sling or something, or is his arm just like that?
That means
He just
she
does
must
that.
have fulfilled her focus.
Sarah!
I want to push that Sid off a cliff, and yeah, they do look like R-Wings.
You think she was out to hurt Cocoon?
I'd hardly be alone if I did. When it comes to Pulse, who could claim to know anything? I need the truth, for the sake of Cocoon.
The sake of Cocoon. We're from Cocoon. Shipping us out, purging innocent people. That's how you lend us a hand?
Those are the Sanctum's methods. The public fears what it doesn't know. It's grown tired of living in constant terror of these threats from the world below. So, the Sanctum devised a plan for you, LaCie.
I'll bet.
A public execution. The people don't know any better. Strike down the phantoms before their eyes, and they sleep like babes.
No!
The Sanctum has intelligence on the other LaCie already. It's only a matter of time.
You'll never catch them.
I see. We'll need your help then, won't we?
Sarah.
Sarah's not important right now. Punching Sid is.
You're kidding, right?
I mean it.
God, she looks like she's like 12.
I know,
You
right?
can't drop the break
Yeah.
bomb like that. Being alone's all right, I guess. Yep. Always was until we met. Then we did. And now I know there's something better. Being with you. We've come too far to quit now.
It's not your choice.
You really want to leave me?
I don't want to. I have to. Listen, it's over. Please, just stay away from me.
What happened? At least tell me that. If it was something I did, just say it.
Okay.
I'm pregnant, and it's your brother's.
Branded by Pulse. I'm a LaCie.
No.
Enemy of Cocoon. Danger to us all. Get it now? You're my enemy.
She's pregnant with god powers.
Yep.
Eat the plant.
Who?
Yes.
3 hours later.
Sarah!
Understandably distraught, but still.
Yeah.
You know, your outfit reminds me of Cypher's from FF8.
Yeah, just a bit.
Where are you?
Although he's like got the completely opposite personality of Cypher.
Well, I mean, Cypher was like, I'm a devoted knight with a romantic dream, and he's kind of got that going on, except not really.
He's a bit more, he's not as much of a bully, for one.
Yep.
Also, hope you don't get sick of this song.
Is this a bad time to say
I
I
can barely
already
hear it,
am?
so.
What's with the long face?
I can barely even hear the music. I think that's just Discord being Discord.
Probably. Birds.
Sarah! What is your focus? LaCie have a focus, right? I'll go with you. Help you do it. Just let me.
No! If you're with me, the Sanctum
I will
will...
be with you. No matter what, we've come too far to quit now.
I don't know. I don't know my focus. I'm gonna be a monster.
Not if I'm here. I'll protect you.
Honestly,
We'll figure this out.
oh, you are redeemable. I'll give you points for that.
Okay.
Not terrible. She is... How tall is Snow? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure he's at least over 6 feet.
The hell was that?
I don't know. What was that?
When we're
I
finished.
think that's fireworks, isn't it?
Snow is 6'7".
When the Sith
Ah.
complete their focus, they're blessed with the gift of eternity.
And Sarah is 5'4".
You'll see.
So the height difference...
Always be together.
Emotionally mature, Snow or Zephyr?
Even if
Zephyr?
Dad was
Zephyr?
all that she
Cypher.
wanted.
I'd argue Snow is more emotionally mature, but that's a low bar.
Sarah was brave enough to face it.
This reminds me of the lunatic Pandora from Final Fantasy VIII a little bit.
Can't believe we made it.
That'll slow
Big
down
fuck
pursuit.
off door.
But aren't there troops on this side? We can't relax just yet.
Right. We press on. I'll take point. You watch our backs.
Actually, why don't you let me take point?
Can you handle it?
Nope, but I'm gonna try.
It's not a question of can or can't.
Now you're learning.
Are you learning anything good, though?
Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
Got it.
See, she smiles. The Gapra
Yes.
Whitewood.
That is blue. I'm not crazy, right? That's definitely blue.
That is blue.
Got your back.
Yep.
You call the shots now.
Yeah, we put the squishy mage in front. This is gonna go well. But this may be a good stopping point for now. So we've been going for a bit.
Wary,
Hopefully
but
next
be
week we
afraid.
won't have as many technical difficulties.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll probably be playing around with it on
Hopefully.
screen just in case.
Hopefully I won't be late next time, huh?
You still came in when you could, so.
Yep, and we appreciate that.
Yep.
As always, if you enjoy our stuff, there is more of it on the YouTube channel, and we have a Discord server, and I'm kind of tired, so...
And you're adorable.
Hey!
So, until next time, everybody. Same LanStar channel, same LanStar time.
Take care.
Bye.